Hi, this is Austin with Austin's Rants, and what I'm going to be talking about today is Christians and the way they feel that things that they believe they can do and they have the right to do because they're Christian. I myself have almost kind of dropped the name as being Christian, which originally meant Christ-like, but a lot of people have really abused that, and a lot of things that they have done is not Christ-like. So, I don't know, I'm not part of any denomination. I guess now I'm just a believer, if anything. I believe in God and the Bible and all that good stuff. So what I'm going to talk about, like I said, is things that Christians do and things they feel they have the right to do. One of them, or pretty much the big thing, is they feel like they have a right to place judgment on other people because they're Christian. And even for some people, even the most docile people, Christians, do it to an extent, which is why a lot of people hate Christians, because they just feel, just being around them, they feel like they're like being judged just being with them. Even if the Christian or believer, whatever, doesn't say anything, they feel like they have to be thinking things about me. They're looking at me. They have to be thinking, oh, a lot of people just don't feel safe because they feel like they're being belittled, either just by standing next to one. And it is true, there are a lot, and some really powerful Christians that are extremely judgmental. And some of the bigger things that they might notice is, like people being gay, or like abortion or whatever. And I'm not really going to say my views on that. I'm just, that's not really what's important right now. Oh, my hair. It's like, no, I'm going to stay that way. I'm just going to go up like this. Anyways. So a lot of people, Christians that read the Bible, read certain passages, and they're like, well, I notice lots of people that do this, and they're not supposed to do that, so what they're doing is really wrong and really sick, and I'm not going to like them or what they do. And it's weird that a lot of people, being Christian, feel like they have the right to judge people. But let me tell you the way I think of things is that I'm not God. I have no right to judge anyone. I can't decide where someone's going to go or what's going to happen in their life. So I have absolutely no right to judge them because I'm not God. Now, people say be Christ-like, it's in the Bible, be Christ-like, whatever. But the only way that a lot of people seem to be going and being Christ-like is being super judgmental because God, is just. But something I have noticed is that God's also super duper loving. I mean, it sounds, tacky and crap like that. But if you're willing to be Christ-like in one direction, being super judgmental, then maybe first you should try to be just as loving as God. And if you can't do that, which is completely impossible for you to love to the extent that God loves, then you don't have any right to judge, because you're not judging out of love like God does. You're just judging out of hate and your want for power or just ignorance or arrogance and all that kind of stuff. I mean, being Christ-like doesn't mean going one direction and just judging people without any kind of love. I mean, that's just stupid, because God does say, love your neighbor and stuff like that. But no, I mean, a lot of people, they just it's so easy for them to just ignore that. And so it's really easy for them to notice other people's problems where you're not even noticing the fact that you're super duper hateful and arrogant, and that you will not listen to a person because of how great and fantastical you are. Just calm down. You're not that fantastic. I know you think you are, but, that's one out of a billion, some people in the world. So, if you feel like you have the right to judge someone, maybe you should, like, the right to really, some people go way too far, and they're like, oh, gays are going to hell. I mean, come on. It's also a sin to be hateful. Just saying. And so, before you judge someone, think, do I love them to the extent that God loves them? That's part of being Christ-like. Being Christ-like doesn't mean judging as God. It means being loving as God. And if you are as loving as God, love someone as much as God, then fine. You can judge them. But that's very impossible. There's no way you can do that. So calm down, okay? Sit down and just calm down. You're fine. Stop it, okay? Clear jets, bro. Anyways, that's it. That's the basics of what I was going to say. Just see it happen a lot. It's just like, I mean, you're kind of making this all look bad. Yeah, just stop it. Feel free to argue with me, Christians. I'm so down with that. I will argue with you, and I'm not saying I'll win. It's not for winning, but I have so much I can probably say if I'm asked the right questions. Alright, that's all. Have a nice day. Austin's Rants.